Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be talking about the Addams Family, which has to be one of the craziest families to be shown on television. Airing for just 2 seasons from 1964 through 1966, this show has managed to stay a part of pop culture for over 5 decades. While the creepy and kooky characters of the show were perfectly cast in my opinion, it was the casting and chemistry between John Astin and Carolyn Jones that really made this show so much fun to watch. John Astin had made a number of appearances in various television shows, including a starring role in a show called I'm Dickens, He's Fenster that ran from 1962 to 1963. However, it was his role in the Addams Family that has cemented his status in pop culture history as Gomez Addams, the patriarch of the Addams Family. As a side note, if you didn't know this, John Astin is the father of Sean Astin from the Lord of the Rings movies as well as Rudy. Carolyn Jones had been in numerous TV shows and movies since the early 50s, including having small roles in 2 of my favorite movies, 1955's The 7-Year Itch and Alfred Hitchcock's The Man Who Knew Too Much in 1956. However, Carolyn is best remembered for her starring role as Morticia Addams. The Addams Family was based from a series of single-panel cartoons created by cartoonist Charles Addams that originally were published in The New Yorker. Addams was known for his darker characters while still maintaining the humorous aspects of most comics. The characters were unnamed until they made their way to television in 1964. A funny fact, Pugsley was originally going to be named Pubert, but TV executives thought the name sounded too sexual, so they landed on Pugsley. As I mentioned, the chemistry between John Astin and Carolyn Jones was amazing, and it played out in their portrayal of the characters. In a decade where many TV marriages didn't even share the same bed on screen, on The Addams Family, Gomez could barely keep his hands off of Morticia. He would lavish her with attention whenever possible. Despite being extremely successful, ABC decided to cancel The Addams Family because there was another TV show on rival network CBS that was too similar, and they thought the public would get burned out of this type of show. It's too bad, because while I prefer The Addams Family over the Munsters, both shows were pretty dang good. Both shows ran for the same 2 seasons and were canceled at the same time. John Astin and Carolyn Jones stayed close, and years later, when Jones found out that she was terminally ill with cancer, she reached out to John Astin and asked him to deliver the eulogy at her funeral. At first, Astin hesitated, but he eventually agreed. She passed away in 1983 at the age of 53. I love watching the Addams Family so much, and I'm particularly fond of the interactions between Morticia and Gomez. Currently, all episodes of the Addams Family can be streamed on Amazon's Prime Video for both seasons of the show. With Halloween right around the corner, I've been introducing my kids to it, and I think it's hilarious when they ask me why it's not in color. For me, that just adds to the show's charm. I look forward to reading your comments. Were you partial to the Addams Family, or did you prefer the Munsters? What do you think of the Addams Family movies that were made in the 90s? I've heard that John Astin won't watch them, and I guess I can understand that. Thanks so much for watching. Also, I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to my channel, where I talk about music, movies, and TV, mostly from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Stay safe and have a great day.